Hello, this is Katie from Crafting Ruby Dreams and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I hope you find information here useful. I talk about planning, goal setting, writing, publishing, and getting right with my finances. Today I'm talking about the Content Planner, specifically information for their 2021 launch, which will happen on Thursday, September 10th, and how I have found it useful in the last 2 months. I am going to be showing printouts that I received as part of attending a virtual workshop that Kat Gaskin, the owner of the Content Planner, put on at the end of July. I first found out about Kat and the Content Planner through Lakin of Plan with Lakin. I was already familiar with the concept of content planning thanks to my time in Romancelandia, because if you want to learn about the business of publishing, the romance genre knows where it's at. As somebody who I know who writes in another genre says, he always feels late to the party when talking with romance authors, because when he comes up with an idea and tells a romance author about it, they're like, oh, great, we did that 5 years ago. So I'm well familiar with the idea of content planning, but I have never felt good at it and successful at it, because while there's a lot of stuff that I found interesting and useful, it just never came together for me the way it did when I took Kat's class. I think one of the reasons why it came together for me when I took Kat's class was because Kat's career is social media and content marketing. The other reason being that it was a 4-hour class. The other reason why I didn't feel successful at content planning whenever I tried to do it was my lack of consistency, which I tend to lack consistency in many things. But the idea of a content planner like this, where it's not wholly rigid, because there are a lot of content planners out there. There absolutely are, and there are a lot of content planners that may be very specific to the industry and products that you are working in. This is one that I have found particularly useful. As I said, I found out about Kat through Lakin from Plan with Lakin mentioning it on her YouTube channel back in, I first started watching in March, and I think it was one of her newer videos back then. So I decided to follow Kat on Instagram and really liked what she was doing there. When she offered the virtual workshop at the end of July, I was like, I need to in on this. I don't care how much it costs, I want in on this. And I managed to get one of the early bird pricing slots. So it was $134 at that time. She's going to be relaunching it later this fall as an on-demand workshop, and I'm sure the price is going to be higher. It is well worth it. That was the third continuing education program I did in a week's time, and my brain was already blown out by the first event, which was a 4-day conference. I gained so much from Kat's workshop, and I cannot praise it enough. I highly recommend when she relaunches that workshop that you take it. I will update my description with a link to that class when it's available, and I will probably do another video about it because it was just so useful, and I can't stop singing the praises of Kat. As part of the workshop, I got these printouts for August and September. The 2020 content planner sold out in, I want to say, early July, and at that point I wasn't ready to purchase it because I already had a plan to use another planner that I had just bought as my content calendar, and so I wasn't in the place to purchase the 2020 planner before it sold out. So I've been using these printouts, and I really, really like them, which is why I am planning on purchasing the 2021 planner. To give you an idea, between this planning as well as using another, I guess you could call it, challenge that Kat has come up with for if you are looking to increase your Instagram followers, daily habits essentially, but I use it as a challenge, and I do it like 1 week a month, as you will see coming up in my September plan. Between those two things, I was able to increase my Instagram followers by 43 in August, from 117 to 160 followers, and I was able to increase my YouTube subscribers Thank you all. I really appreciate you. From 5 at the beginning of August to 27 by the end of August. So thank you all so much who have chosen to subscribe to me. I truly, truly value you inviting me into your life in your space. I'm going to now show you the printouts. You can get these on the web, on Kat's website if you choose to, and there is a description of how to use the content planner. Again, this is all, you can use it however you like, but this is how Kat designed it for you. So there's information about the monthly spread and how to do daily content planning. It is just a monthly spread. There are no daily pages, there are no weekly pages, but there is space on each day for specific tasks. And then she has what she calls dream space. So, and then this is the story of Kat and how to connect with her on social media. And she's got Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and she is primarily on Instagram. That's where I most frequently find her. This is the dream space, and this is how it prints out. It is landscape format, so it is about approximately 8.5 by 11 each page. So it is really hard to show the full layout on, it's like I would need a much taller overhead, whatever it is that's holding up my camera. So I can't show you everything in full. Like even if I were to zoom out, give me a second, it's still not everything. So I'm going to zoom in just a little so I can show you, get close with at least one page. So this is where you basically brainstorm, and these were the ideas that I came up with during the workshop itself. There's just a lot of stuff, like this is a note from the class, and this is something I've frequently heard from others, how you can reuse content and make it available in one spot that will feed to another spot. For example, in my discussion about trying to be more mindful with my money, and I will link to that video above, I then came up with a Patreon post that was specifically about coming up with a purchase decision tree, which is an item that I mentioned in that video. How do you feed from one item of content to the next, as well as there is reusing content in a way that is extremely boring and is not interesting. And then there is reusing content to reinforce specific ideas and highlight certain things that you want to emphasize. You can make it intriguing, entertaining, engaging for your audience. So go for the latter, not for the former. Focus on what are you making different when you're reusing content. Make it engaging and interesting. That's all I ask. In addition to launching the YouTube channel, I also launched a Patreon at the end of July, beginning of August. These were some ideas that I had for individual projects. I have a tier on Patreon for, if you support me at the $10 a month level, I will create Patreon only videos in addition to the videos that you see here on YouTube. And so these were some ideas for potential videos for that series. And then here are some ideas about what to do with budgeting, since I talk about getting right with my finances. These are some ideas for Instagram posts. And this is one highlight, is one of the things I eventually did go with that really got me excited. And that was the countdown posts to the YouTube launch on my Instagram channel, where I featured planners and authors who plan that I really found interesting and that I have found their content useful to me, as well as I want others to know about them. So those are some of my big ideas. And then this is a future idea of maybe doing video series with authors who plan. And so these are some of the people who I know who are authors who plan. In addition to the dream space, there is a section for goals. And so Kat recommends that you pick no more than 4 goals for the month of August. And these are goals that I have, they're more like projects for me, in that I have tied these specifically to the second goal in my HB90 plan. So these were, let's see, I think these were my good levels of success for that specific goal. And then on your radar, Kat includes some highlights for when you're planning things to think about going ahead in the future. Fall is coming, Labor Day, which is a popular retail day. So if you are using this for a business, this is something that you want to consider and plan for and possibly build up content to before Labor Day. You can also fill in what else is on your radar. Hashtags are hashtags that you want to pay attention to within your industry. For me, it would be planning related, writing related, budgeting related, money related. I do have a list of hashtags in another spot that I try to pay attention to. This is also where you can find potential followers. So that is part of Kat's Instagram challenge. Daily tasks. Go in there and see who is posting to those hashtags and check them out and possibly follow them if they seem like an ideal follower for you. They may follow you back. Hit lists and collabs are a list of people and brands that you may potentially want to work with one day. So put down the brands, and I highlighted ones that I think are more, at least in August. I didn't have any specific plans for things because I was just launching, but these were people who I thought I might do something with, such as like maybe doing the authors who plan thing. I ended up not doing anything, so I didn't really focus on this, but I'm holding on to this for future use. Now we're getting into the actual planner. Again, it's really big. So here's the first half. This is all grayscale, so yes, it's grayscale on my printout, but this is grayscale in the planner itself, according to Kat. So she's the creator, so she would know. This month is empty and these dates are empty because this is a specific printout. It came with the dates already filled in, but when you get the planner, it's completely undated. So this will be a space, she'll have a sticker for you to, that's for the month that you can put this in. She will also this year have date stickers for the individual dates. Those are going to be a separate purchase, and I don't know what the pricing is going to be for those as of yet. But otherwise you can just handwrite them in. It's intended for you to be able to use it when you need to use it. Hopefully you're using it for the entire 15 months. It is a 15-month planner, but if you're not, that's fine too. This section is my business growth. So as you can see, my Instagram went up, my YouTube went up. This is the money I made. And yes, it's not a whole lot, but it is what it is. And this is my Patreon. So I count followers for Patreon, and I went up by one patron on Patreon. So again, for those who follow me on Patreon, thank you. If you're interested in following me on Patreon, and you can follow me publicly, my public posts, because I make posts public every week. You can follow me publicly without monetarily supporting me. I would love it if you monetarily supported me, but if you just want to see my weekly posts, you can just follow me and then back out of the next screen, which is what tier do you want to support me at. As you can see, I had to write in the Patreon because that was not one of the channels listed. Kat is changing that for 2021. These are all going to be blank, so you can fill in which channels are important to you. Below that is this month's theme. She has some suggestions such as summer recap, Labor Day, family, music playlist, summer love, and kids activities. It's like in grayscale, so it probably is a little hard to read. But my focus was my YouTube launch because I was launching on the 17th. And then these are kind of affirmation type spaces. And it says, this one is this month I will, and this month I won't. This section is weekly goals. So what are your individual goals for the week? And so you fill that in, and then you have the days themselves. And then at the end, you have my wins for the week. And so Kat highly recommends, and I agree with this too, because this is something I also do with the HB90 system. These are things that I accomplished every week. So I can look back and see that I got stuff done these weeks. This particular week, I started the YouTube launch countdown on Instagram, and I gained followers on both Instagram and YouTube. I got all of the launch videos uploaded to YouTube, and I scheduled the launch videos on Patreon, because if you support me at the $3 level over there, you get the YouTube videos at least one day ahead of time. And I gained followers on Instagram, YouTube, and I also gained a follower on Patreon that week. And then I launched my YouTube channel for this week. That's a huge thing. And then I grew all my channels and I got all the videos for the next week filmed. Here, I am so happy for this because 1 week after launch, I hit my best goal for YouTube subscribers, made all my posts, filmed all of my videos. So those are things that I can look back on and be proud of. Going back to the individual days. I decided to not use stickers and washi so much because this is functional planner. It's like I use them a little, as you can see, because at the bottom I have some very cute, the Coffee Monsters Co. washi, because honestly, it also helps me with turning the page, and since this is just my regular paper, it felt nice. And then I put the sticker here to indicate how special this day was, and since it was my launch day. So what I used to indicate my various differences between where I was posting the content, since a lot of these are just posts, is I made a key up here: Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, and all I used were my mild liners. I love my mild liners. As you can see, I have the 25 pack. This is not all my mild liners. I had bought a 15 pack at one point. I bought some singles, so I love my mild liners. If you have other highlighters, I also have the Zebra Cura Rich, which are glitter, which are fun, or any other highlighter, whatever. I love color coding. Color coding is what I always tend to fall back on because that is how I spent a lot of my time as a planner. And when I first started planning, before I got into decorative planning, it was, as much as I do decorative planning, I am very much a color coder, either by using colored pens or using highlighters. The pen that I use is the Energel Klena, and this is, I believe, the 0.5 tip. I just like the 0.5. That is what I'm planning on using in the planner itself when I finally get my hands on it, and it works well with the paper that I have on hand. Again, Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, and so you can see the entire, like, you can't see the edges, but you can see the planner, the month layout itself. So I had a lot of balls I was juggling. There are other people who will do multiple brands that they manage within one planner. More power to them. I was talking with somebody who is in a planner group that I'm in when I was making the recommendation to the group about this planner. She actually is a social media manager by day. That is her day job. And she said she would love to use a pretty planner such as this, but her calendar is all digital for the day job because she has so much going on, and the system that she uses, she schedules it in the calendar and then it automatically feeds out the post to whatever channel they are doing. So hers is a very automated system. But I like this because this gives me the overview of this is what I need to be doing in the course of the day, because I am doing this for my side job. If I was trying to plan out a writing plan, I would still use this. I don't know, with doing YouTube as well as launching books, I don't know if I would actually have enough space, but that's part of that though is because I write big. So that is something else to consider, is how big do you write? Because if you watch Kat's videos, she'll have like 2 lines of information on just, so in this space right here, so where I have written post video number 5, she'll have like 2 full lines of information with details. And I'm just kind of like, post video number 5. So I keep a separate notebook where I support all of this information. This is my overview. I am fine with that because I like the way this works with my brain. And that's the other thing to consider, is how well does this work with your brain? So that is and was my August. And my August was a really good month for me. I'm so happy with it. And I absolutely attribute a lot of that to both taking Kat's class as well as digging in with this content planner. So then I spent some time dreaming for September. Not as early as I would have liked, but I got some done, so I was able to come up with some ideas for videos for the channel. Here's an idea I have for when I hit 100 YouTube subscribers. That was came out of, actually, I was talking about destashing, and somebody who subscribes to the channel, thank you, Carrie. I can't remember if she mentioned it here or in another space where we follow each other, to do a giveaway of items that I'm destashing. So when I hit 100 YouTube subscribers, I will do a giveaway of items that I destash, and I'll have more details when we get closer. As of last time I looked, we currently are at 31. Again, very thankful to have all 31 of you, but 100 is a good milestone to reach for. And then I really like this quote that Kat included: "What makes you different or weird, that's your strength," from Meryl Streep. And I wholly agree with that. All right, so those are my September ideas. I didn't have anything for this space, but here are my September goals. I would love to grow my Instagram to 200 followers, and I think that is pretty close to achievable, as I was over 160. And then I would love to grow YouTube here to 50 followers, so please share this with your friends who might be interested. And I would also love to grow Patreon to 10 followers. And then here's some what I wanted to point out: the On Your Radar, the Content Planner 2021 launches 9/10. That was something that I in particular wanted to highlight, so I wrote that in. In addition, Kat also put in Halloween is next month, Black Friday is 2 months away, and Thanksgiving is 2 months away. So I didn't fill in the hashtags and the hit list and collabs this time, and that's fine, because this is a flexible planner. You can use it however you want to use it. And then here is September, more washi, because I wanted to have fun with that. And somebody on Instagram mentioned me wanting to show how I use the washi, and I'm sorry I didn't film this, but I will tag her when I show it and do it next time. I changed up the colors for the highlighting. So Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, mainly because I couldn't remember which blue that I used for this one. And I am very focused because I still haven't fully filled out everything I want to do. Like, I need to post, I wrote just public post for Patreon, whereas like last time I had more of a specific idea as to what I was going to do for each post. And then I forgot to highlight this particular thing, and so I will do that. But these are, I got a little bit more detailed with Instagram and whether or not I was going to do a post and a story or just a story. This particular washi is to highlight this week because I want to do Kat's Instagram challenge this coming week of engaging with potential followers outside the people who are already following me, but who could potentially be part of my community. And so I also want to fill in the weekly goals, but I might do that more at the beginning of each week, as I do with when I fill out my HB90 weekly updates. So here's my business growth. So this time, instead, I just wrote over the Pinterest with the P for Patreon, and I'm looking forward to getting the 2021 calendar in order to have that blank and just fill it in myself. So this month's theme, as I mentioned before, I have chosen foundation as my theme. Some suggestions from Kat were daily routine, fall fashion, studying, technology, home decor, and lunch ideas. And so this month I will, and this month I won't. The I won't is get frustrated when I run out of time, because I'm sure I will. And I will be filling in the my wins as I do my HB90 workups every week. So, and then also part of this set of printouts, which I believe is also part of the planner itself, is a to-do list, which has today's date and deadline and things to do as part of that. So that is it for the printouts I got. These are very similar to the planner from in terms of the actual content. There are changes for the 2021 launch, and to highlight those, the calendar itself is again, not going to have these specific channels. You will be able to fill those in. There will be date stickers available to buy as a separate purchase, I believe. I don't have the information on the pricing. Again, this is all undated in the planner itself. All right, so 2021 launch info. I do have an affiliate link in the description below. If you choose to buy through that link, that does not change your price. I do receive some money from you using the affiliate link, but no change in the price to you. If you want to buy during the pre-sale, you must be on the private pre-sale list, which you can sign up for by clicking on my affiliate link below. You can also, I believe, get on that list by going through to the affiliate link, please, thank you, to the website. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, there is a free resources list, and that will give you information that Kat has shared and made available. And you do have to provide your email to get those free resources. But like I said, I find Kat's information to be so useful and so actionable. I highly recommend it, even if you decide not to buy the planner. The pre-sale price of the planner is going to be $50.99 USD, 50.99, which is 15% off the regular price. It comes with a free gold diamond pen, so it's not real gold or a real diamond, but it's very Instagram worthy gold diamond pen, and an extra set of social media stickers, which is a $40 value. The content planner accepts all major credit cards and PayPal. The planner will ship in November. Shipping is a flat rate of $10 USD for Canada and the US and $18 USD everywhere else. They will ship around the world, but outside of Canada and the US, you are responsible for any duties assessed by your country. You have 3 color combinations to choose from, with the planner being one color and the keepsake box it comes in being the second color. First set is coffee and cream. The second set is tropical pink, and that's going to be the planner, and mango, which is going to be the box. I do not know the coffee and cream, which is which, because I know I'm not going to buy that, so I wasn't paying attention. The third set is fresh linen. That's going to be the box, and it's a grayish color, and blush, which is a light pink, and that's going to be the planner. So you can tell I am attracted to pink. Something else to know is that Kat developed Spotify playlists for each color combination, and so I will link those below in the description as well, so you can just listen to get an idea as to Kat's vibe and all of that. And again, all pages, so the pages themselves, these are not grayscale just because I printed them out that way. This is how they come. They are all grayscale. They are grayscale in the planner from everything I've seen. Again, I mentioned that the planner is undated, but it comes with monthly stickers, so you will be able to put the month up here, and it will also come with tabs for each month. So and they're stickers, so you put on the tabs when you are ready to use them. And those this year are going to be color coordinated to the whichever color combo of planner you select. So if you select coffee and cream, the stickers are going to be a coffee and cream. If you select tropical pink and mango, it's going to be pinks and oranges. In fresh linen and blush, it's going to be grays and pinks. The stickers with the dates and the days are, I believe, a separate purchase. And again, I don't have information on the cost of those. The other thing is, again, launch is this Thursday, right here. Thursday, September 10th at 5 p.m. Eastern. And again, you must be on the private pre-sale list in order to access the link in order to buy it. And you can either get to that through clicking on the affiliate link below. Thank you again if you choose to do that. Or you can go to thecontentplaner.com and sign up through the website directly. The affiliate link will take you to the Content Planner website. I just get some money if you choose to purchase through the affiliate link. And again, it does not change your price. All prices during the pre-sale, the price of the planner during the pre-sale is always going to be $50.99 USD. And so if you have any questions at all, please share it in the comments below and I will answer them as quickly as possible. If you have content planning tips, please share those in the comments below for others to see. I'd love to see them. And thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you will consider purchasing the Content Planner. I really have enjoyed using it. I highly recommend Kat's class when it becomes available. It really was, again, mind-blowing to me because I've heard so much of that information before, but the way she put it together and she really did a deep dive into it, it was great and it was so useful. If you have a chance to take Kat's class, I highly recommend it. I will provide that information below when it is available and update the description. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. Please consider hitting the subscribe button if you don't already subscribe. If you found this information useful, please hit that like button because that lets YouTube know that this information is useful and will recommend it to others. Thank you so much. May all your dreams be Ruby dreams. Bye-bye.